we're starting our most ambitious project yet, real-life power armor.
So hypothetically, each of these arms could curl 150 pounds? That is so heavy.
Ah, 295. This video is sponsored by Fallout 76.
Ever since I started playing Fallout, I've always wanted to make real-life power armor. There's just one problem though. After MegaHex broke its leg and nearly bankrupted the company, I've been told that I can't make any more mechs. But I have an idea.
That's weird. That's not good.
Bogdan? Where are we?
What do you mean? We're in the nuclear wasteland.
I guess that explains the mellow taste in my mouth. Is it safe here?
I mean, more or less. I haven't seen any ghouls yet.
What do you mean yet?
I don't know. Like, we should probably fix the power armor though, like, just in case, you know, be good to have.
Power what?
Power armor? Have you literally never played Fallout?
Oh, I watched the show. It's some kind of powered exoskeleton?
Yeah, this thing's freaking awesome. Literally gives you superhuman strength, you can carry a ton of stuff, it's bulletproof, gives you radiation and fire resistance, and got a heads-up display helmet inside.
Okay, that sounds pretty awesome, but what's wrong with it?
I mean, it runs on these things, and I think we need a new fusion core.
Do you hear that? That's weird.
On this episode of Make It Real, we're making power armor. Bogdan, I had a great idea. We should make real-life power armor.
I don't know about that. You know, Ian said, like, no more mechs after MegaHex and everything
Yeah,
like
but
that.
this is a really good idea. I think we should do this.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, I'll look into it.
Awesome. Oh, Bogdan,
Yeah?
make sure I can lift a car.
All right. Now that James came up with the idea to make power armor, I can finally show you the design that I've been working on behind the scenes. This is the T60 power armor, probably the most recognizable piece of tech in the Fallout universe. In the game, the Fallout power armor makes you basically invincible, as long as you have a fusion core handy, and allows you to stop all types of projectiles, makes you fire and radiation resistant, negates all fall damage, increases your strength, carrying capacity, and can even be modded to fly. And that's exactly what I plan to do. Maybe not, you know, the falling from a building or flying, but you get the point. I've built multiple giant mechs, but the power armor might be one of the most ambitious projects to date. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, the first step of any good power armor is the power. In the game, under every set of power armor is the frame, and it does all the heavy lifting and keeps the user comfortable, which means going back to our roots with a good old-fashioned exoskeleton. And I know exactly where to start. The Elysium exoskeleton. This features some free-hinged shoulders with a pair of cylinders for doing bicep curls. And that's gonna be our frame. When I first saw this project, I got really inspired and I actually built my own replica of this as a grade 12 high school physics project. So the nice thing with this exoskeleton is this one actually has flow controls on the sides, so you can actually set how fast you curl, which is nice for not breaking your arm. Let's give this a test. Oh yeah. I'm putting in no effort. I'm literally just pressing a button. Like, no hands. I can carry this around and then I need to lift. Easy. Look at that. What most people may not know is that the first time I actually met James was as a fan, with him demonstrating for the first time to the public his Call of Duty exoskeleton, which has now been in storage for about 8 years and has never gotten any use or any more videos out of it since then. We're gonna change that. This thing's been modified and taken apart and put back together, and it's all Frankenstein. Instead of having to put on shoes and put on the backpack and put on each individual armor piece, I want to be able to build a clamshell design so that the suit stands up on its own and I can step into it, press one button, and the suit closes up around me and then inflates to actually join me with the suit. That actually feels pretty good. The way center of gravity on this is like perfect. Who would have thought that Jay's a good engineer? This is a little short on me. This feels like power armor. Okay, give me through the lift. Oh wait, that's definitely tipping me, take it off. Okay. Can you see balance?
Jacob, proper form, please don't hurt your back. Prop, look at the grip. What? Woo! Light work for our resident hero. Hey Bogdan, your turn. Look at you hobble over.
This thing is going to require a lot of upgrades.
Good? You want the compressor on by any chance?
Oh my god. Too much power. I think this might be not enough weight.
This is a 5,000-pound pickup truck, and this is James Hobson. And James, lift that truck. Oh my word.
Wait, one more. Okay, just hold my hands. Don't press that button. Ready? No problem. Easy. Four people. Okay. Whew. So, we have a frame. We know it can lift like 1,000 pounds of armor plating. We might need to improve the design to make it a little more user-friendly.
You're sweating a lot for someone that didn't lift any weight.
Someone help me get this off, please. Both exoskeletons still seem to work, which is surprising considering they've been sitting on a shelf for like 8 years. But before we do something that we've never done on this channel before, which is combining the exoskeletons into one single suit of power armor, we're gonna need to make some modifications. The legs are gonna need a lot of work, so I'm gonna set that aside for now and focus on the arms, because they fit me pretty well and are quite reliable. Since only a few of the joints are actually gonna be powered on the suit, the weight is extremely important. If we don't try to reduce weight from the very beginning, the whole suit could end up weighing over 1,800 pounds once we start adding the armor, and that's just not gonna work. So I've gone ahead and redesigned James's Elysium exoskeleton to be made out of aluminum, which is gonna save weight, make it easier to manufacture, and still be just as strong. The second consideration is how we're gonna put this thing on. With all the armor pieces in place, it's gonna take hours to strap each one of them to my limbs, and it's gonna be really hard to take it on and off. I wanna fix that. Here's my plan. I wanna have these clamshells onto the arm, which are gonna open and close using a pneumatic cylinder. Basically, I wanna be able to turn the knob at the back, have the whole suit open up, step inside of it, and be wearing the whole suit in seconds while being super comfortable, just like in the game. Now, I just need to build something that I can show James.
This video is sponsored by Bethesda, the masterminds behind the Fallout franchise, which is really cool because we love Fallout and we were starting to build power armor anyway, and then Bethesda is like, hey, can we sponsor a power armor build? Yes they can. So big thanks to Bethesda for making this project possible. Now, if you haven't jumped into Fallout 76 yet, it's the perfect time. This expansive online multiplayer world brings the best of the Fallout universe to life. Whether you're a veteran survivor or just getting started, you can team up with players of all levels to explore, build, and fight your way through the Wasteland. Oh, and did I mention the power armor? Yeah, you get to build real-life power armor and customize it in-game. Fallout 76 is always evolving with awesome updates and tons of new content, like the Skyline Valley expansion, offering even more places to discover and new challenges to tackle. And next year, you'll even be able to play as a ghoul. The best part is, today is Fallout Day, meaning you can play for free on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation from October 22nd to October 29th. I'll see you in-game.
Hey, James. So I've thrown together a quick prototype of the power armor arm. Wanna check it out?
All right, that's pretty awesome.
All right, let's look at this. Both of these have little pneumatic cylinders. They open up. You put your hand in.
Cool.
Grab the handle. These are gonna close.
Yep.
Then the back side here, I've actually got a little latch
Okay.
that holds that pin in place.
All right.
And then these are pressure cuffs.
Yeah, like what we did with the chain fist and the Iron Man gauntlet.
Exactly. So the cool thing with the pressure cuffs is, I mean, me and you have pretty different sized biceps. The other thing is,
I don't know, this one looks pretty big.
I'll keep inflating it. But yeah, so that inflates around your arm, and it makes some really nice padding.
That's
so,
awesome.
Like, if I took a hit right now, that pressure cuff would pad me. Yeah, and it's all aluminum, so it's fairly light. And then
Yeah, it's light. Could be lighter. What if you use like a perforated mesh for this instead?
That would probably cut back some of the weight. Pretty awesome proof of concept.
And then, so I used the same design you had in your Elysium exoskeleton.
Yeah.
So basically a push-pull system, just a T-bar here.
So hypothetically, each of these arms could curl 150 pounds?
About that, yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing for the shoulder joint though? Because I just used like a not the greatest bearing.
I mean, it wasn't really bearing. You used a rod end on the first one, and it was sticking out backwards for some reason. What I've done is I've actually, I'm planning to extend this out a little bit taller, and then put a bigger rod joint that goes right over your shoulder. So that should give you full roll in this position, and then about 45 degrees of pivot in and out. And the nice thing is then it's going to be centered with your arm.
Yeah.
So it should actually like be pretty smooth. And with all the extra padding, even if the suit shifts a little bit, it should still be pretty comfortable.
Sweet. And then you just got a handle here. We're going to have like controls down there for
Kind of
stuff.
what I'm thinking, yeah. Like, I mean, I
And
guess
then
if
different hands. The power fist or the Hulkbuster.
Yes.
This project might actually work. Yeah, what's the budget on this thing?
This was all scrap parts around the shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet. Man, I'm glad I came up with this idea.
So, what, version 2?
Yeah, I guess we just revise the design and then build the arm and then worry about the rest of it.
Pretty much.
While Bogdan's working on those arm revisions, I want to show you what we've been doing with Things. If you don't know what Things is, it's a site where we upload a lot of our 3D models of our projects. And since we're making real-life power armor, it's got to look like real-life power armor. So we've actually been working with a designer at Things to create a full 3D printable cosplay Fallout power armor suit. And this model is crazy. You've got all the different pieces, and it's a work in progress, but make sure you follow along because we're going to continue updating this, and then we're going to make it fit onto our actual powered exoskeleton to make real life power armor. And we're also going to make this stuff bulletproof. Let me show you what we've been printing.
So this is one of the shoulder pauldrons, I think that's what they're called, of the power armor. And as you can see, it's massive, but it's actually printed in 4 separate parts, and then we've glued and bondoed it together. We wanted to do it this way so anyone can potentially 3D print this entire suit of Fallout power armor with their own consumer 3D printer. But since we got the Elegoo Gigastorm, we decided to print a few of the parts in just one go, including the helmet. So if you guys want to 3D print your own Fallout power armor, check out our page on Things. We haven't quite finished all the models yet, but rest assured, once this project is done, you're going to be able to make a suit that looks just as good as ours. Now, let's build that arm.
Not done yet?
There's a curve.
This now needs to be bent.
Goes this way. All right, so we gotta widen these so they fit over that. We're gonna use brute force.
All right, James, the ribs are on this one. If you want to mount that, I'm going to go start working on the fire-resistant shop coat and the pressure cuffs for that. Okay, sounds good. All right, so now that we have most of the arm assembled, we're going to be using our Hacksmith fireproof shop coat as the inside liner of the arm, and we're going to sew the pressure cuffs directly into it. All right, so check this out. So now, hopefully if I didn't pierce a hole through it, and now I gotta do that 4 more times for the other cuff, the back side, and then at one point the other hand. All right, we've got both the frame pieces and the arm cuffs done, but first we're gonna need to wire up the pneumatics. Okay, so those are done. Next up, we've got these opening and closing cylinders. Now we need the actual main plumbing for these 2 cylinders. Here, Oopsie stars. And then we need to sew in this pressure cuff. Now, theoretically, nice.
Comfy.
And fireproof. All right, well, we have one full arm assembled, and I want to put this thing to the test. So for the time being, I've hooked it up to Shop Air, and I have added some padding for my shoulder. Let's just see how much we can curl. Guess we put my hand in, and then I can inflate it. All right. First, I just want to test the cylinders. Ready? Nice. And then unbend. Nice and slow, no pinches. So I've added a little lifting hook on the bottom here. Let's go straight to 25 for the first one. Oh yeah, easy. I can do this all day. Except for the fact that this is digging into my shoulder, it really does not feel great. What? I think I can do more weight though. So this is 80 pounds. Let's see if I can even deadlift this. Oh, okay. All right, here goes nothing.
Oh.
It's curled. Oh, okay, this is sliding off my arm though. Okay, my back does not like that, my shoulder does not like that, but my bicep feels fine. I think, first of all, I think we need a symmetric load. I think once I have both hands, it'll be a lot better and I can probably lift a lot more weight. Because like the cylinders aren't struggling. I have the flow control set all the way down, so it's nice and slow and doesn't, you know, crush my hand. But the cylinders can do probably double that much. My back, however, cannot. And I think once the load is symmetrical and it's actually on my shoulders nicely without digging in, it'll be a lot better. So I think the next step is to attach a second arm to a frame and see how much we can curl with both hands. All right, and there you go. There's two Power Armor arms attached to the old Elysium frame. I'm gonna hook this up to Shop Air. We're gonna run about 150 PSI, as that's the maximum most of these components can take. And we'll see how much we can curl. All right, I think you can drop the mic.
Good?
Yeah.
Got it?
Oh yeah. So power.
Yeah, right.
Much armor. Okay.
All right, you got the arms connected to my old Elysium backpack.
Yep. So should be able to curl. I'm hoping at least 150 pounds. But
Well, my initial test was 170, so that's the starting point. This should be better, shouldn't it?
All right,
Let's load it up with 170. 5. All right, that is 5 pounds more than the final test from the Elysium exoskeleton build, part 16.
would you mind passing me the little loops on here? All right. What is this, 175? Oh, my back.
You're tipping over?
Yeah, I definitely can't do that with my back, James.
It might be because you have the weight so low. Like I had it on the bars. All right, I'll do it.
Can you help me get out of this?
All right, it's been about 10 years since I've done this. All right, how do I get into this contraption? Feels a lot more rigid than mine did. Oh yeah, it digs right into the pecs. That's nice. I thought this suit was supposed to be more comfortable.
Well, the arms are supposed to be more comfortable. This is still your original suit.
So presently, the shoulders are so narrow that right here is digging into my chest. And if I was to pick up the weight, all of that weight would be pinpointed, 175 pounds, on the side of my rib cage. So let's widen the shoulders
My
a bit.
body's a little narrower than James's.
All right. We've widened the shoulders, so hopefully it doesn't pinch my rib cage. Look, no rib cage in the way.
You get your hand
Don't pinch.
into.
Ow. Ow. Oh God.
This is exactly how this works in the Fallout show, right?
Yeah, this is why we have spires. So we're just gonna see what it feels like once there's weight on me. So right on that bolt hook. Oh my God. That is so heavy. Oh, 170 pounds like nothing. That's what I said in the original video. How did I do 300? Okay, there we go. 170 pounds, like nothing at all. We can go a bit heavier. All right, so that was roughly the weight I did with the cinder blocks for the Elysium exoskeleton test, part 16. But 2 weeks after that, I went on national TV on the Daily Planet, and I somehow curled 275 pounds. And I'm not too sure how I did that because this felt heavy. So we're bumping it up to 295. All right, if I can do this, I break the old exoskeleton record. Oh, 295. Like nothing at all. All right, take it off. Guy curled 295 pounds. Not bad. Nope. Get me out of this thing.
And so what are you going to lift then in the future?
I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking around 500-pound curl would be pretty cool.
Well,
All right, that was awesome. We outlifted the original Elysium exoskeleton.
Yeah.
It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I kind of expected that. This is a pretty old backpack and they're not meant to work together. So in the next episode, we're gonna be upgrading the power pack and making it not only open and close so you can get in and out by yourself in seconds, but also having the whole high pressure air system on the back and even a gas generator to be able to make the suit run for hours.
Anyways, if you guys want to check out the 3D model of the actual power armor, we're actually releasing it on our Thangs page. So you could actually 3D print your own power armor cosplay suit. That is what's going to be used for ours. We're just modifying it to fit our actual exoskeleton. Finally, the Smithblade EDC is coming out super soon, so check that out on hacksmith.store and sign up for updates because you're not going to want to miss it. Thanks for watching.
And in case you guys are wondering how we ended up inside the Fallout universe, this is not a green screen. No, we're actually in Toronto at SP Studios in front of a volumetric display. Volumetric displays are basically like a virtual green screen, and some of the Fallout TV show was actually filmed on one of these displays. Huge thank you to SP Studios for letting us use their display to make our video a bit more like the movies.
Huge thank you to Fallout 76 for sponsoring this project.